game. It's a rich thing.
Hello guys, today in this video, we're going to help you to find out the best 360 camera in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Samsung Gear 360. Samsung was one of the first companies to make a truly useful 360 camera, and though it's been several years since it released anything new, its Gear 360 camera from 2017 still remains a fairly useful and functional device. The Gear 360 has a fun, lollipop-like shape that makes it easy to hold in one hand, and can even withstand a few splashes. It also has a tripod mount if you want to attach it to your bike or something else. The Gear 360 takes good photos and videos, up to 4K in size, and live streams to Facebook and YouTube, too. However, there are a few big caveats. It only works fully with Samsung smartphones, from the Galaxy S6 and up. And while it works with the iPhone 7 and later, not all of the camera's features are supported if you have a Samsung smartphone. Though, the Gear 360 is a fun accessory. Number 9. Ricoh Theta Z1. One of the issues with 360 cameras is that, because of their relatively small sensor size, they are not that great when it comes to low-light photography and videos. If you need a 360 camera for that purpose, and price is no object, then you should consider the Ricoh Theta Z1. This well-built device uses two 1-inch backside illuminated CMOS sensors, which helps deliver some of the best images we've seen from a 360 camera, especially under less than ideal conditions. Additionally, the Theta Z1 has dual microphones, which delivered great audio, and the camera's motion stabilization was pretty effective too. The Z1 uses an Android-based operating system, and Ricoh is letting third-party developers create plugins for the camera, increasing its functionality. However, this camera lacks expandable storage. It has a relatively short battery life, and you need to use two different apps if you want to edit photos or video. Number 8. GoPro Max. Unlike most 360 cameras, the GoPro Max has a small display on its back that lets you view what its cameras are looking at. While it's not as handy as it seems, the large display does make it easy to navigate and change the Max's settings without having to use your smartphone. The GoPro Max also has a hyper-smooth stabilization feature, so your bumpy video will look nice and smooth, and image quality from the camera, up to a max resolution of 6K/30 FPS, lives up to GoPro's typical high standards. Plus, GoPro's app is loaded with features, including the ability to live stream video from the Max. However, the GoPro Max's design requires the use of a selfie stick, and lacks a tripod mount, so you have to use it with one of GoPro's accessories. At $499, it costs more than the Insta360 X2, but the GoPro Max delivers. Number 7. Canon QCam 8K 360. The QCam 8K is the best 360 camera right now for image quality. A massive, by 360 standards, 1x1, 7-inch CMOS sensor, 10-bit color, and of course, that 8K resolution, make sure of that. When it comes to the quality of its photos and videos, the QCam 8K is peerless in the 360 market. Photos have plenty of colors and contrast like nothing we've seen before from a camera like this. The ability to spit out a great-looking photo from a 360 video is welcome, while the detail, sharpness, and smoothness of video, whether in 360 or cut down to widescreen, itself makes the QCam 8K a giant leap forward for creative filmmakers. We did list some negative points in our review, most notably that it does have an audible fan. However, the battery life isn't great, and it's not waterproof without a housing. Number 6. Trisio Lite 2. Designed for businesses that have a need to produce a lot of static virtual tours, the Trisio Lite 2 is a very simple device that's incredibly easy to use. Its 360 photos are excellent and easily good enough for use on virtual tours and for showing off event spaces and hotel rooms online. The 8K boast is less impressive than its ability with HDR, which helps create vibrant and dynamic spherical images that excel in high-contrast environments, but also in low light. It's no 360 action camera, with VR-style video off the table. Patience is required, too, since it takes the Tricia Lite 2 30 seconds just to light meter and take a single 360 photo. However, used slowly and carefully, the Tricia Lite 2 is one of the most limited, and yet the most capable, 360 cameras around that does one thing very well indeed. Number 5. Canon QCam 3. I'm still working on our full review as I update this guide, but it's safe to say that this new camera, which I've already tried, will be in it. Boasting dual 1st January 1955-inch sensors with a 1.6 aperture, it collects a good amount of light and not only captures good-looking 7K video but up to 62 megapixel stills. It looks and feels good and can be held on a selfie stick for vlogging or capturing immersive panoramas. Hardware quality extends inside too. The image sensors are bigger than the leading Insta360X3, and there are no issues like early overheating. Pricing, too, is very appealing compared to the leading brands, though we've not had time to be sure whether Canon's new software suite quite matches up to the others. There have been blips in the company's 360 progress, but it is on a good trajectory, and it also owns a good chunk of the 360-degree conference room camera market, so should not be discounted. Number 4. Insta360 Twin Edition. Unique in the market, the One RS is designed to appeal to anyone who would normally consider a GoPro yet yearns to at least have a go at 360. The fact that its 360 lens is unchanged from the first-gen version does indicate that the format has settled in as a nice option for occasional use, but one that lacks much more development, which chimes with us. That lens does allow a lot of creative options, and we love how the Insta360 app provides templates to create natty 360 sequences from clips, but most users will rely on its 4K boost lens. This is more capable than a first-gen version, but we're not convinced how useful the 6K widescreen feature really is. Much more useful is the ability to record in great-looking 4K, which was always pin-sharp and ultra-smooth. Number 3. Insta360 RS 1-inch 360 edition. The Insta360 RS 1-inch 360 edition is aimed at the serious filmmaker who is after the best image quality and low light performance. It might be twice the price of the regular Insta360 X2, but we think considering how much better it is in terms of low light performance, dynamic range, and clarity, it's definitely worth it. As we noted in our hands-on review, it feels very well made, uses a 6-gyro flow state stabilization for super smooth video, and has a touch screen which is great for previewing footage but not so easy to use if you have big hands. It's considerably cheaper than the Ricoh Theta Z1 and offers a big step up in quality, so perfect for those needing really professional looking content. Number 2. Ricoh Theta X. Whether the Ricoh Theta X is going to appeal to you will depend on what kind of content creator you are. If you're looking at this 360 degrees camera as an alternative to a GoPro action camera, then bear in mind that its image stabilization, despite working on higher resolutions than on a GoPro, just isn't as good. Vloggers should also look at the Theta X with suspicion purely because you can't use an external microphone with it. So who is the Theta X actually for? With so many built-in and convenient features, we're sure the Theta X will be a good purchase for anyone after an easy-to-use, versatile, and high-quality 360 camera. Though at this high price, it's a serious investment. However, we think photographers looking for a 360 degrees camera with core quality will love the Theta X. Number 1. Insta360 X3. The Insta360 X3 is the ultimate immersive and versatile video camera. It very literally captures everything around you, enabling you to create 3D VR content easily or use its software-based reframing tools to edit your scenes as regular flat video, where you can track subjects, create panning shots, and basically point the camera where you like after you've shot your video. Having said that, and despite all its great new features, the Insta360 X3 does feel like an evolution of the concept rather than a giant leap forward. For us, that's only likely to come with 12K capture and the ability to reframe and export 4K movies. Most of the time, though, 360 is more about action than ultra-resolution, which might prove challenging to process for most.